What's up, everybody? It's Matt. I am doing this in conjunction with Elizabeth Davidman. She did our video yesterday. I'm doing the video today. So if you're watching it today, or if you're watching live, happy Thanksgiving. We are both collaborating on a virtual event on December 13th. It's a holiday energy prep, and it's supposed to get your energy right and teach you rituals and tools in order to keep yourself grounded and sane during the holiday season. And it seems to fall almost right in the middle of both Thanksgiving and Christmas, or the end of the year. So we'll be able to help you release and understand what you're releasing and give you tools to release and keep yourself more calm during the latter part of the holiday season. So it'll help. It'll really help. So yesterday, Elizabeth talked about grounding, clearing, and both grounding and clearing, the difference, and there's protection involved. And for me, I think a lot of people ended up thinking that like grounding and clearing and protecting yourself takes so long. It takes hours of meditation. It takes years of dedication. In reality, it really only takes 3 breaths. Elizabeth talked about, being able to just breathe in, like one breath will ground. The second breath will clear. And the third breath can either protect or connect you. You can connect to spirit, you can connect to other people, you can connect to your higher self. And if you want to add more, you can do 3 more breaths, which will then ground, clear, and either protect or connect again. But in reality, so what you need to do is it's just one big deep breath. Breathe in all the way, hold it for a couple seconds, and then breathe out. There's your grounding breath. And you breathe in again, all the way, hold a couple seconds, and then breathe out. And that's your clearing breath. So your first breath grounds you to source, grounds you to nature, grounds you to what's underneath you. And the second breath clears whatever is worrying you in a way. So you ground yourself to earth, and then you clear whatever is bothering you through the earth. You either breathe out, or you imagine whatever the grounding cord is, and we'll get to that in a moment. You imagine whatever this grounding cord is, just taking away all the stress and all the issues that you might have, and it allows you to go about your day. And there's other things that we can do to ground, and I'll get through to those in a moment. And then the protection breath, the third breath, as you breathe in, you just envision yourself in a bubble, and that's more of a protection. So you envision yourself in a bubble, you take everything when you're breathing in, and you hold for a couple seconds, you take everything that's not necessarily feeling the best, you put it in whatever, a smaller bubble in your mind, and then when you blow out, you blow it all out. You blow all the unhappiness, you blow all the insecurities, you blow it out into a breath. Meanwhile, you're being protected, you're staying in this bubble and allowing yourself to feel safe and secure and protected. And I think a lot of people, like if we're staying alone, or we're visiting family, or we're traveling, sometimes we get to this point where, we get unhappy or upset with family or with friends or whatever happens. Like we get into this moment of like, oh God, like I'm going to be around family, or I'm going to be around people who don't believe the same thing I do. Well, that's fine, but don't instigate it. And if you're not feeling the best, like what you can do is do those 3 simple breaths. And it takes 5 seconds. You ground, you breathe in one time, you ground, you make sure you're grounded, you blow it out. You breathe in a second time, you're clearing yourself, and you breathe out. And you breathe in a third time, and you protect yourself, or you connect, or you try and learn how to make things work. And then you breathe out, and you go about your day. You can step out, you can go to the bathroom and do it. It's very simple to do it. And if we're scared of, well, I don't want to do this in front of people, it doesn't matter. It's literally just taking a moment to reset, taking a moment to figure out how to go about your day. It doesn't take that long. And I think people are scared because they're like, well, I don't know how to deal with this. I don't know how to deal with family. You don't really have to deal with family. You can go enjoy yourself. You can talk, but there's a few tips that we're gonna talk about how to deal with, or how to keep yourself centered and grounded through the holidays. And I really liked what Elizabeth had to say the other day, just about, making those breaths and doing clear, intentional breathing, and not making yourself too flustered, because once you make yourself too flustered, then you're a target for whatever you're trying to avoid. It's simple law of the universe. Like, you think about it, it's going to happen. So you think about clarity, you think about clearing, you think about trying to keep yourself grounded and protected, not just today, not just tomorrow, but through the holiday season and beyond. So when December or January, February comes, you're setting the intention to be grounded, to be clear, to be understanding, to move in a more positive direction. Well, what is going to happen? You get that grounding, you get that clarity, you get that positive direction. But if you're constantly in this negative environment, you're constantly in this thought process of like, oh, I don't want to do this, or I don't want to be around these people, or I don't know what to do. Well, what's going to come in is all this misdirection, all this unhappy feelings, because that's what you're calling in. So for the holiday season, you're literally getting to this point, and this is what we're going to try and teach. You're getting to this point of setting the intention of clearing out any single piece of negativity, any misunderstanding that you might have, and then setting the intention moving forward that everything is going to be clear and positive. It doesn't mean that it really is, like the outside world can be falling apart, but as long as your intention is clarity, and your intention is clear and you're positive, then usually what happens is that you can set yourself on a better path. And especially for the holidays, like we talk about the holidays, but the things I'm going to talk about are pretty much all for everyday practice. Like, we talk about making sure that you have a regular meditation practice, but that's like, if we're looking at it that way, like, you should be having a regular meditation practice, or finding 5 to 10, maybe 20 minutes of your day in the morning to start your day. If you're setting the intention at the start of your day of, I'm going to clear, I'm going to connect, I'm going to protect, I'm going to start my day out as calm, as succinct, as beautifully as humanly possible, and whatever happens, it will not affect me. There's your intention. So in the morning, no matter what day it is, you wake up in the morning, you stretch, you wake up, you sit up. Your first intention, either before going to the bathroom or after, should be, okay, let's meditate. Let's sit in 5 minutes of silence. Let's do a grounding meditation. Let's do a start your day meditation. And there's plenty of resources to help you. So there's YouTube, there's podcasts, there's just sitting, listening to music. But it should be the start of your day every day, because you're purposely starting out your day with the intention of clarity and clearing and protecting yourself. And if you're protecting yourself, you can end up helping other people throughout your day. But if you're starting your day out frazzled and flustered and everything's just kind of crazy, that's what you're going to bring in. So every day you should start out with at least 5 minutes, if not 15 or 20 of meditation. I can tell you that, like, there's very rarely a day where I will do 20 minutes of meditation. Sometimes I'm just so busy. Literally, it's just playing a video, listening to it, and even if it just means laying in your bed and listening to that music, listening to the instructions in that guided meditation, then that's what you're doing. You're purposely honing into these instructions, clearing yourself, starting your day in a better way. So that should literally be how you start your day out. That is a ritual. That is a tool that you should be using on a daily basis to make yourself more connected, more grounded, and more clear, so that your intention will be more succinct going forward. You also need to stick to a wellness routine. And I know during this pandemic, it is very hard. It's very hard to do a wellness routine when sometimes we're stuck inside, or we're worried about corona, or we're worried about family, or we're worried about ourselves. But there are things that you can do that don't involve going outside. Doing push-ups, for one. doing push-ups for one, doing sit-ups, doing stuff inside, maybe going on a short walk around your house, putting on a mask and going up and down the street. If you start your morning, so you wake up, you start your morning with a meditation, you do what you need to do in your morning ritual, because if you have coffee, if you go to the bathroom, whatever, those are your morning rituals, correct? Like, you do those every morning. So if you look at this as, I'm going to add this maybe 5-10 minutes to my morning ritual, it is something that I need to do every single morning to make myself feel better. So you connect, you relieve yourself, you get coffee. Those are your morning rituals. You add to that maybe going on a 5-10 minute walk, having a wellness routine, because if you're physically well, if you're making yourself physically well, you're making yourself mentally, emotionally well, then you're starting to have that bubble of happiness around you, that bubble of clarity and positivity, which is, I'm going to meditate, I'm going to walk, I'm going to get outside, I'm going to do some sort of exercise on a daily basis that helps me connect, that helps me get through the day and makes my day a little bit better. And it shouldn't be just once a day. It should be 4 or 5 times a day. Imagine that you almost were at work. So what I ended up doing was I work from home. I added a 10, 20 minute, sometimes 30 minute walk in the morning as my daily morning routine, which is, okay, if I had to go to a job outside of my house, I would have to commute, correct? So take that commute time and say, make it into a walk time. That way you're waking up at a specific time, you're meditating, you're getting your coffee, you're, the SSS, shit, shower, shave, and going on a walk. You add that to your time. And if you have a family, maybe you bring them with you. But also, it helps you stick to that routine. The more you do it, the easier it becomes to make it part of your daily routine. I think it's like 21 days of doing something makes it a habit. So you wake up, you meditate, you walk, you do these things to get the blood flowing. So you're not going to be simply sitting alone in the darkness for another 8 hours, 9 hours. And even if you're out with family, or you're going to families and you kind of get stressed, there's nothing wrong with taking a moment, going around the block, going out for a ride, doing something that involves wellness. And for family, if you're with family, you can bring them with you. So you bring them with you on a walk, you bring them with you skating, you bring them with you doing something that is intentionally active, because if it helps you, it might help them, it might help others, it might help you learn that if you need the routine, they need the routine as well. And the biggest thing, especially through the holidays, is avoid the battleground topics. Sorry, I wrote stuff down. But you avoid the battleground topics. You're with family, you're with friends, you're with people that you don't normally see. And yeah, we're in a pandemic, so everybody's got their own idea of what actually needs to go on. Avoid the topics. Like, you're trying to keep yourself grounded, you're trying to keep yourself happy, you're trying to keep yourself in a more positive current state. So talk about something light and airy. Talk about something that feels better to you. Don't talk about Corona. Don't talk about Aunt Cheryl. Don't talk about the bad things in life. Keep yourself in the state of, I will only approach the positive aspects of life. And if something kind of goes into a negative aspect, disassociate from it. There's nothing wrong with walking away or saying, I don't really want to talk about that right now. Because what you're doing is you're setting a guideline for what you will expect, what you will accept. And you're setting this boundary of, this is how you will approach me. And if you approach me incorrectly, or we start talking about something that I don't want to approach, it's perfectly fine to say, I don't want to talk about this right now. This is not the time nor the place. And then you try and change the conversation. Obviously, if people are older, it may be a little bit hard. And sometimes you just have to bite the bullet and listen to it. But after that, you ground, you let go. It's not about you. What they're saying to you is not about you. It's their own view of reality. So what you end up doing is just taking it. You take it for a little bit. If you can't disengage, you take it for a little bit, and then you ground. You go outside and ground. That's the biggest thing you can do. So definitely avoid the battleground topics. Definitely avoid engaging in things that will get everybody riled up, especially during dinner, especially, and if you can't disengage, what you do is, you try and steer the topic somewhere else. And some bigger things are, like especially when eating slowly and everything in moderations. Eating slowly is a big thing. Like you want to enjoy your food, right? Food is nourishment. We're not just eating we're not eating dinner just to eat and go off somewhere. You want to enjoy the food. You want to enjoy the time that you have either with yourself, with others, with family. Make it a ritual in a way. Like every day and start today, like through Thanksgiving, like don't eat in 5 minutes and leave. Take 20, 30 minutes to enjoy the nourishment, to understand where your food is coming from, what is happening with your food, and how things are going to happen. So eating slowly gets you into this mindset of everything is intentional. And if everything is intentional, from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed, your life is intentional. Everything in between that is a ritual. So if you're making your whole day a ritual, what do you do in the morning? What do you do in the afternoon? What do you do in the evening? How do you fill that day with different smaller rituals that give you intention to make yourself clear, consistent, concise, and grounded through the day? If you're not doing any of that, then start now. And I see Elizabeth is on too. We're doing this event on December 13th, and that's what we're trying to teach is like clear and concise tools to help you that you can take away through every single day, not just when you're with family, not just during the pandemic, but every day when you're not feeling good. Okay, well, wake up, meditate, do yoga, do grounding, do aromatherapy, smell something beautiful, do some Reiki on yourself, find a Reiki master, find somebody who can actually help you, and then you help heal yourself. Because if you're helping heal yourself, then you start helping heal other people. But it really just starts with you. Yeah, start now. There's no better time than now. And then the other thing I have is everything in moderation. So whether you're eating, whether you're drinking, even exercising, any negative thoughts, everything in moderation. Yes, you're going to have negative thoughts. Yes, you're going to have bad days. Yes, you're going to have moments in time where everything seems like it's falling down around you. But limit all that time. You want your day as clear and concise as humanly possible. So you want to have not as many negative thoughts, mostly positive thoughts, but even the positivity. So bring yourself back to moderation as much as humanly possible. So try not to drink as much, try not to eat as much, try not to engage in verbally negative conversations, emotionally negative conversations as much as possible. That's hard to avoid sometimes, especially when you're with family, when you're with friends, but you have a baseline of how you want to feel, right? Do you want to feel good up here? Or do you want to feel down here? Where do you want to be? You can also be somewhere in the middle. So avoid being up here too long, avoid being down here too long, and be somewhere in the middle, which means that you go up, you go down, but you always return to the baseline that you set for yourself in the middle. Again, when you wake up in the morning, you have 15, 20 minutes of meditation. You do an intentional clearing, an intentional grounding. You tell yourself, this is the way that I want to feel today. You tell the universe how you want to feel. And the universe responds with, okay, we're going to give you specific instances to make you either feel that way or to get you to test the limits of this baseline. Now, the universe isn't going to totally throw you off. You throw yourself off. But that's why you have your intentional rituals to keep you grounded through the day. And I wrote something down that said, the small things you do for yourself make a huge impact. And that's so true. Like, even if it's only like 20 seconds of meditation, even if you only do 10 minutes of yoga, even if you only walk 5 minutes during the day, those small things add up and make a huge impact. You can do a mile all at once, or you can do a quarter of a mile in 4 different walks throughout the day just to break up your day. Still a mile, it's still going to do the same thing, but if you're breaking up your day at a quarter of a mile at a time, then it gets you grounded, it gets you outside, it gets you in the fresh air a little bit more, and you can have a little bit more time to think, to plan, to relax. I wrote down a bunch of other stuff, but I also do want to do a little bit of a Reiki session, maybe a 5-minute Reiki session. And I don't know how long I've actually been live because it doesn't tell me, but we're going to see. And I wrote down a bunch of stuff, and it says when you're grounded, When you're grounded, literally aware of your connection to Earth, you can prevent the busy energy of life and others from distracting your focus, which is true. Because when we're ungrounded, not only do we let others kind of throw us off our game, but we let our own thoughts and our own emotions and our own feelings throw us off our game. So being grounded and centered and connected, which means that, again, 3 breaths. The 3 breaths are ground, clear, and connect or protect, right? So if you're letting things throw you off your game, namely how you feel, what's going on, what Uncle Johnny did that was a little bit racist, it really doesn't matter. What you do, you step away, you clear, one breath, you ground, second breath, you clear, third breath, you protect yourself and you walk away. So you're re-engaging this whole thought process and this whole energetic process in yourself of clearing out the negativity and resetting your intention, resetting your mind to a more positive space, so then you can go back in and engage in a more lighthearted manner. It says maintain a high level of energy yourself. It's hard. I think it's really hard to continuously maintain a high level of energy, especially right now, especially when so much is going on, because there's a lot of us that feel. There's a lot of us that literally feel what's going on. So the ways to do that, again, three simple breaths, meditation, keep your energy high. Even if you're not feeling good during the day, continuously keep your energy at a higher than normal level, because again, you can try and stay up here, but you're going to be somewhere in the middle, which is fine, because then you're going to go up, you're going to go down, but you want to be up and you want to be level more often than not through the day. Give generously without feeling drained or obligated or guilty. So I would say, as an empath, or if you're empathic or something is going on, yeah, you should be able to give generously, but you should give faithlessly, in a way, like give of yourself but not of your energy. And if you have to give of your energy, then you have to find ways to reassert your energy. So if somebody needs help, you help them, but you don't look or you don't post about it, or you don't tell anybody that you did something good, because then that defeats the purpose. Like, your energy is your own, your time is your own, what you do for other people is your own. Why do other people need to know about what you're doing? So I would say, if you're giving generously, that means you're giving generously in secret, in silent. You're not telling people what you're doing. You're not posting what you're doing, because that is your energy. You're purposely using your energy for good. Not everybody needs to know about it. That is between you and the person that you're giving generously to. If they want to post about it, if they want to talk about it, that is one thing. But don't be the foolish person that's like, but I did all this and I did so much good. But then again, that defeats the purpose of doing something good. You should give what's the word for it? You should give selflessly of yourself. And if you're not giving selflessly, then you should not give it in the first place. What you should do is just sit there and go, I'm going to do this because it makes me feel good and it's the right thing to do, not because like you're looking at it going, but I can get a ton of posts on Facebook or Instagram because I did something good for somebody else. Nobody cares. Nobody cares that you did something good. Like, if you're going to give $1 million, give $1 million, but don't tell everybody that you're going to give $1 million, because it makes no sense. And I could go off on a jag there, but yes, give selflessly of yourself. Your energy is specific. Your energy is your own, and how you share your energy should be only between you, God, and the person that you're sharing your energy with. Time, energy, intention, they are all the same thing in the universe's eyes. They're how you again, ground, connect, and protect. How do you want to ground yourself with others? How do you want to protect yourself with others? How do you want to connect yourself with others? And do you really want other people in on this grounding and sacred ritual that you're about to do with one or two other people, or a small group of people? That's up to you. With the event that we're doing, yeah, we're telling everybody about it, but we're only sharing these rituals with a few select people who want to learn, who want to be there, who want to learn how to take these rituals and make something into their own on a daily basis. If you already know what you're doing, great. But if you want to learn, even better, we're more than willing to share our time and energy and knowledge with everybody and anybody who's willing to spend the time with us. And I think that's the key, is like, not everybody will want to know, but the people that do and should know will be there when necessary. And then the last thing I have is increased well-being in your body, mind, and spirit. Well, that's the thing. Like, when you're grounded, your thought process, your clarity is there, your mind is better, your connection with spirit is all that you really need. And sometimes when you do those 3 breaths, you feel it instantly. You feel the connection, you feel your mind, you feel your spirit, you feel your energy. It all resets. And the one last thing I have to say is that there's times where you can't breathe, you can't just do 3 breaths, and you really have a lot of energy that you want to get rid of. And what you can do is you can envision a cord going from your butt pretty much down to the ground, and that will allow energy to drain through you down to the ground. And that's something that you can do on a daily basis too. But you also want to do that with the 3 breaths. So, breath 1, ground, breath 2, clear, breath 3, protect or connect. That first grounding breath, when you breathe in and when you breathe out, feel that tail, that cord rising up through the ground and getting attached to your root chakra. And then that's the energy that's the cord and the energy that you will use on a daily basis to gain energy from the earth, release energy to the earth. It's a two-way street. So make sure that it's consistently there. And we can talk more about that at a later time, but I think that's, like, all these that I've talked about in terms of trying to keep yourself grounded, not just through the holidays, but throughout your life. They are rituals that you should be taking on a daily basis. And if you start with one of them, add another one, add another one, add another one. There's many things that you can do. How you do your rituals or how you do rituals in general, like how you meditate, how you let go, how you ground, how you connect. It's all up to you. But you should at least have some sort of daily practice that helps you ground, connect, clear, and move forward with peace of mind and clarity. And that's something that if you don't learn from us, you can learn through reading, you can learn through YouTube. There are a multitude of ways to learn how to meditate, to ground, to breathe successfully, and to distinguish your energy from the energy of others. And I feel like I'm going off on way too much of a tangent. But what I'm going to do, let's see, if I can find my mouse. What I'm going to do right now, I want to do just a little bit of a small Reiki session. Let's see. All right. So, for those of you who are live, hi. For those of you who are live, those of you who aren't, you can do this. You can do this whenever. It's going to be about 5 minutes. And what we're going to do is I'm going to ask you to sit back. I'm going to ask you to be open. And I'm going to have you start by just getting as comfortable as humanly possible. And breathing in. Breathe in deep through the stomach. Hold your breath for just a moment. And then breathe out through your mouth. And you can immediately feel that grounding. You feel yourself settling into a grounding feeling. You feel yourself calming down a little bit. And you breathe in one more time, all the way up to the top. Hold it for just a second. And then breathe out through your mouth. And now you've just cleared. Now the third breath. I want you to breathe in. Hold on. Hold it for 10 seconds, and while you're holding, just let yourself be calm, cool, and collective. And after 10 seconds, go ahead and breathe out. And as you're breathing out, just close your eyes. Just feel yourself calm, cool, collected, whatever space you're in. Know that you're safe, that you're grounded, that you are where you need to be at this moment. And I ask that you be open and that you be receptive. And for the next 5 minutes, all you need to do is just sit there and receive and breathe. Just make sure you're breathing in and out. And so we'll do this for 5 minutes and just continuously breathe in. And if you need something different, think in with the good air, out with the bad air.
Years of wear on your mattress.
In with the good air,
Isn't it time for an upgrade?
out with the bad air.
During Amerisleep's Black Friday sale, save 30% and get free pillows with our American-made mattresses, plus free no-contact delivery and returns during your 100-night trial.
Give me 1 second
Visit
here.
Amerisleep's safe and sanitized stores at Santan Village and Arrowhead Town Center.
This is your time to be a part of something bigger, to be closer to the teams you love, to feel hit after hit after hit.
Feel the energy.
And leave no doubt that
Feel
you bleed these colors.
Open, feel
Feel
connected,
hotels and casinos,
feel grounded.
Arizona's official sports
Feel
headquarters,
whatever energy
where
you are
loyalty
meant to
is
feel at this
rewarded.
point.
We are more than sponsors. We are fans. Visit playatgila.com for more information.
The time will come, Diana.
To get by.
So if you've gone somewhere, you can come back, start to feel your body again. You can wiggle your arms, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Just recognize that you're safe and that you're here. And when you are ready, when you are feeling safe and secure and back in reality, you can come back, open your eyes and stretch a little bit. And hope you have a good rest of your day and rest of your week. And let's work on staying positive and grounded from here on out. If you did feel anything when I did Reiki, awesome. All that I asked was that you be open. There was nothing, no real intention behind it, just being open and receiving. And if you're interested in the event that we're doing on 12/13, which is a holiday energy prep, DM me. We have a half off code up until tomorrow. So if you see this and you're interested, let us know. Otherwise, links are in my bio. And hopefully all this was really good information for moving forward. Just remember that whatever you do in the morning to get yourself going is a ritual, whether or not it's coffee, a shit shower and shave, meditation. Everything is there to get you grounded, to get you safe, to get you secure, and to get you moving throughout your day. And it's all how you start your day. Again, if you start your day frazzled, your day is going to be frazzled. If you start your day with a clear intent of the energy I have is mine, the energy I have is clear, and the energy I have is expansive, and I will move through the day with intention, then there you go. But have a good rest of your day, and I love you all. Bye.